do this thing, taking off fast lane, no coasting, and everything is going to be all right. We talking about boy, moms, and girl dads today. How y'all feeling, man? Saturday afternoon. I'm feeling like a real man should. This is the Urban Therapy with Sun Show, and we are talking about boy moms and girl dads. Boy moms and girl dads. What do y'all know about boy moms and girl dads? I'm gonna tell y'all something. I know something about some adhesive, and I need to my hands feeling all type sticky or whatever. So I'm gonna wipe them joints off. And I want to show y'all something. Whenever I wipe off my hands, y'all see, this thing is uncolored. Watch when I wipe my hands. Get all this yellow. Because I'll be working with turmeric. And that joint, turmeric has turmeric is the same thing you make curry with. So, yeah, that yellow orange tint or whatever, it get on you and it just spreads, man. It's like poison ivy, but we good. So, boy moms, girl dads, do y'all understand what we talking about today? A boy mom is a mother who has boys and is pretty good at raising boys. She may actually have wanted that in her life and she got it. So she may have had boys. She may have had girls too, but she's a boy mom because she is able to understand young men and be able to raise them and be able to take care of their needs and things like that. And maybe even deal with their temperament. Sometimes boy moms are better at dealing with the temperament of boys than they may with their girls, which can cause a lot of problems. You know, well, my mom, she only liked the boys. She treat the boys so great and she don't treat the girl. You know, some of y'all who grew up in families where y'all may have heard that argument or that complaint or whatever. And a girl dad may have wanted boys, but didn't get boys. So, you know, he may teach all of his girls all of the things that a father would traditionally teach their boys, like how to change a tire, fix a car, do plumbing work, you know, change the washer in a faucet, maybe all types of trade work. You know what I mean? And a girl dad may learn how to do hair. Like, look, man, I ain't gonna be spending all this money, you know, in these hairdressers. I'm gonna learn how to braid something, you know, straighten out something or whatever. And neither one of these parents would be considered, like a boy mom wouldn't be considered to be masculine and a girl dad wouldn't be considered to be feminine. So that's what we're talking about today. So let's go. What's going on, y'all? Grown women, don't try me. T-Carry, right? the girl dads at? Boy moms. And that's how we doing it. Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this is the Urban Therapy with Sun show. We do this every single Saturday from 1:30 p.m. till around 3:30-ish. And the reason that we say 3:30-ish is because sometimes it gets so heated that we just have to do a little OT on a Sunday. And it is Sunday. This is the show where adults come out and play with other adults. We laugh, we cry, we argue, fuss, and fight, go back and forth with each other, bust it up all crazy. We take an introspective look into our own personality to see the way that the universe projects us into this thing called the world and try to figure out this thing called life. I am your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the rrrr. And if you can't say Omar with the rrrr, well, then you just say Omar with the R. I'm feeling like a real man should. I'm feeling kind of great today, and I hope that I can portray and make you feel that way. Everything is going to turn out fine. I'm going to do for yours. Hopefully you do for mine. I'ma make sure I radiate the positive energy. This is the place where you want to be. Yo, every day we do this thing, and I'ma raise up the queens and kings. The thing about it, some people doubt it. I know that at the top of the hills I might shout it. It's not about the Bible, the Torah, or the Quran, but I make sure the sun always shines. And it's funny cause shine don't rhyme with Quran, but it's okay because we do this type shit all the time. It's about the cadence and skills, and I know that one day I will be on the top, just like my pops. Last night we talked about the favorite songs of our people who passed on, and I would like to warn from the day I was born, I knew that I would be gone. My mental on some astral plane and shit. Yo, it's another way for me to look at my life. I'm trying to have 3 kids, a picket fence, and a wife. Volvo station wagon in the back, make me an SUV, and just how we try to make it down. You see, every day we make sure that we praise, and these young people down here, yo, we gotta race. So examples is something that we gotta sit. So I'ma make sure that I get on my ball and make sure I impress all of y'all. But more than just an expression, I say it's expression, and I have to say the way that I feel, and hopefully it appeals to those who trying to get them a meal. I'm talking about get them a plate. Yeah, I already ate. Okay. All right, cool. All right, so we talking about boy moms and girl dads today. That's what we talking about. Do you understand? Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Actual facts. A boy mom raises boys. It's a woman who understands why men leave the seat up. She ain't offended by all that. She know to look and make sure that she put the seat down before she sit her tired ass down in the middle of the night. So she don't drown. Because, you know, women always talk about, so I almost drowned. I'm like, you talking about drowning in the water? What about sitting on that nasty ass rim of the toilet that men done pissed on. Shit like that. A girl dad understands. Like, these are little girls or whatever. You can't be too rough with them, but at the same time, you can't make them into little punks. At the same time, you ain't trying to be raising no little studs around here. It's a lot that goes into this. This is not as simple as it seems. But a lot of times you become a boy mom or a girl dad because you didn't have any of the other gender. I know men who have had nothing but girls. My brother-in-law has 3 girls, no boys. He kept trying. Sometimes it's not in the cards. God gives you what he wants you to have. Actually, I heard that there's some techniques that you can use in order to have some boys. I knew that my child would be a daughter. I knew that. I knew that at a young age. Wasn't no way. Hold on, y'all. Wasn't no way that I was going to get a chance to have a boy. And not that that's a bad thing, because it's not at all. Every child is a blessing. Every child is a blessing, but it's how you handle the blessing. How y'all doing, man? Y'all good? Are you good? Oh, hold on. I ain't even get that. Hold on. I'm over here thinking I'm over here doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm way behind. I ain't got no number up. I only had a screen up. It took me such a good while to get set up. And I had to turn the sign around. So I'm like, since YouTube won't fix it for me, I had to fix it for myself. So I had to turn the sign around, whatever. So, the other side is white and this side is black. Can y'all even see it? Y'all gonna see it good enough as y'all gonna see it today. I'm gonna fix it today. Watch what I do by tomorrow. Watch what I have done by tomorrow. But this is what we're working with today, though. All right, hold on. Let me get this phone number pinned up here. What up, Cheryl Halsey? How you feeling, ma? Good to see me some you. And Jack Rimsky, he said terrible beat. Oh, man. To be honest, I don't hear that a whole lot. But I don't give a fuck either. Because if you come here every day, you gonna see them drums getting beat. Grotto Legends, what's good? Thanks for coming through, my dude. Appreciate you mucho. Stacy White, what's good? How you feeling, ma? How you feeling? Glad y'all all came by. My brother from another mother, Norris Hill. Sit back, relax, do your thing, max and chill. A man boy or a dad boy? What are you talking about? We talking about girl dads and boy moms. So I'll explain this again. A boy mom raises boys. She may not have any girls. Even if she has girls, she's a boy mom because she understands boys and she can raise boys. So there's no disconnect. Listen. Traditionally, mothers love their boys. I don't know what it is. I know most of the daughters, the girls be pissed off about it. I've heard a lot of daughters, a lot of women say, yeah, my brother, he always got everything. He always got away with everything. My mom loved boys so much. She was all right with the girls, but you could tell that she liked the boys more. I've heard that before. What up, Dimples D's? How you feeling? Good to see you. Thanks for coming through. Good to see you coming through. That's good and great. Good to see you. Word. And it's good to be seen. But yeah, so a boy mom is like a mom that can actually raise a boy. A lot of people say a woman can't raise a boy to be a man. And I hate when they say that. Because There are a lot of men who can't raise boys to be men. Not real men, not good men, not decent men, not useful men. A lot of men can't do it. You know why? Because they ain't men themselves. And I'm not trying to get down on any man, but you see the problem that we have out here in the society. And you see all these young men turning out to be gangsters. Not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet, son. Not yet, not yet, not yet. Chill, 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 chill. Not yet, not yet. Not taking calls yet. I will announce when it's when it's time to take calls. But yeah, a lot of men. We see the absence of decent male energy out here. We see the evidence of missing male man energy, because there's a difference between a male and a man. A male is just somebody who embodies the reproductive organs of a man, the hormonal energy and reproductive organs of a man. A man is one who takes care of his responsibilities. A man protects. A man nurtures in a manly way, I should say. A man takes care of his family. A man provides for his family. He may provide for other people too. A man builds communities. A man finds a way for people to be at peace instead of at war, even if he has to go to war in order to create peace. That's what a man does. And a man doesn't create a bunch of chaos and put people against each other all the time and act like a little old bitch. So, in doing that, well, you see the absence of that with our young men out here. You see the problem that we have in our neighborhoods, in our cities, in our states, and definitely in our government. You see the problem that we have out here, or the problems that we have out here. So a girl dad may understand that the girls that he is raising need to learn certain things. They need to know certain things. He may teach them how to be independent in a certain type of way, but not independent in a way where they will not like men or respect men, but be independent in a way to be able to match the energy of the absence of real manhood that's out here in this world. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's what we're talking about today on the Urban Therapy with Sun show. We are talking about boy moms and girl dads. Boy moms and girl dads. Yeah. So hopefully y'all get the premise of what we're talking about today. I would like for y'all. Oh shit, I don't have no. All right, fuck. All right, gotta get this poll question up here. Gotta get the poll question. All right, let me see. Okay. All right, hold on. Some of y'all may not have never really thought about whether y'all were raised by a girl dad or a boy mom. So we're gonna get into that. What the hell? What am I doing today? I ain't spelling shit right. All right. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Work with me for a second. Hold on. I got this. I got this. Okay. We'll do it like that. Okay. There you go. There's the poll question. Now we good. All right. Now we can take the call. We could take a call. So I'm gonna call my peoples back that was calling. All right, here we go.
Hello?
Good afternoon, sir. This is Sun 752 from the Urban Therapy with Sun Show. How are you this afternoon?
I'm doing well.
Good. I know that you called while I was in the middle
echo
of
on my end?
Huh?
Is there echo on my end?
No, I don't hear any echo. You good.
Okay. So sorry. Is your show? I don't want to talk too much. What would you have for me? My brother, son?
Without a doubt.
Also, yeah, I'm listening because I have a lot to talk about this topic, but I won't hold your show up.
All right, go ahead. So what do you?
Okay.
All right.
So I'm a daddy's boy as a male, and I'm not a mama's boy because my mom tortured me my whole life to the point where she went to my school. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you fine. You're good.
She ruined my life though because she thought I was like gonna like get sent to prison because I'm a black guy. But I'm just like, hey, yo, shut it. I don't. When I told her to shut the fuck up, he beat the shit out of me. And I'm just like, Mama, can you buy me this G.I. Joe toy? And she smacked me in the backhanded me in the face so hard that I landed on the ground because I was like 5 and I was crying. But it's just like, hey, if you cry, I'll give you something to cry about. And I had to make my own toys out of like construction paper. So yeah, with my dad, he doesn't care about that because I'm just glad to be alive because of my dad. And my mom, I don't care. I've never talked to my mom over in 10 years because this bitch is insufferable, and she lied about with my dad and her relationship. Because it's like, I'm pretty sure if you get fucking backhanded, you deserve that. But the thing is, the moment when I was a child, she said she's gonna get married to another man. So I'm just like, that's why I refuse, and I will always refuse to speak to my mom because she's a conniving C word.
So yeah, I guess your mom was not a boy mom, huh?
No, well, yeah, because I think she was a feminist and she hated men.
Oh, okay. Do you have any sisters?
Though, I love my mom only for the purpose that she created me, and I'm beautiful like her, and I always talk about her. But if she wants me to come find her, no, I'd rather die than that. But I just don't want her to go to my funeral. I will never go to her funeral.
Wow. So
I give her grace that she gave me birth.
Do you have any sisters?
I have so many sisters. Well, I have 2 sisters from my mama's side of the family. Sorry, 1 sister on my mama's side of the family. She aborted my older brother on my mama's side of the family. So when I was just like realized, it's just like when I was crying and I had to I was literally like a toddler crying because it's like they asked me, "Do you want a sibling or not?" And then they said like my mom said she's gonna abort my younger sister. My younger sister hates me. But I cried until it's like, why is she crying and not going to school or anything like that? It's like, don't touch me. So yeah. But on my dad's side, he has over nine children, and they're all smarter than.
Okay. No, and well, I'm asking about your mom's daughters. How many daughters does your mom have? Just your mom.
One.
Okay. Do you is your sister older than you or younger than you?
No, younger than me. I had to cry to protect her from not getting aborted.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, because I was advanced for a toddler, but I was just like, but it was like no, and I was crying. Literally, I was almost about to jump and for the rape to abort her, but turns out she still hates me. Maybe she should be aborted or not, but I didn't want to be a singular sibling on my mama's side.
Okay. So how much younger is your daughter? I mean, is your sister than you by your mom?
Still believe like the age of 4 years younger.
She's 4 years younger than you. Okay. Did your mom treat your daughter? I mean, did your mom treat your sister better than you? Do you think?
I don't necessarily know, but one time in the relationship when I was living at her house, she to try. My mom did try to like hit me in the face. She used to beat me and tell me not to go outside. But I remember she tried to like just like lunge at me and hit me in the face, and she broke her arm, and she tried to blame it on me. And like you're like your dad. I was just like, what? You broke your arm on my face? I'm just saying like, hold on, woman. I'll keep playing. I'm just trying to take a break and watch this anime show. So
But no, I'm
no.
just asking you. So you don't think that your mom treated your sister any better than you?
Well, my mom is a fat faggot, and my sister is a fat and foul. So I don't know if they treat her better or not. I always try to feed her because she's my younger sister, so I don't know.
Okay. So maybe your mom was just abusive. So she wasn't a boy mom or a girl mom.
No, I'm a boy mom because the moment my
No, no,
mom
no, no,
treated me
no, no,
like
no, no,
crap
no, no, no,
is
no, no.
because
Your mom would have to be a boy mom. You can't be that. You can't be a boy mom. We're only talking about,
I'm a daddy's man.
okay, all right, but we're not there yet. We're not there. Stay with me.
Okay,
This song is
sorry.
I mean, I'm sorry. This show is about boy moms and girl dads. So we're talking about mothers who favor their sons. So they are good at raising boys. They love
So is
this.
the concept of single moms who can raise children versus like single dads who can raise children?
No, say that again.
Single moms who can raise children versus single dads who can raise children.
This isn't about whether you are a single parent or not. We're talking about your effectiveness in being able to raise your boys or your girls as a parent. So if you are a girl, if you are a boy mom, that means you are a mother, a woman, a mother who is good at raising sons. If you are a girl dad, you are a man, a father who is good at raising daughters. And you may enjoy doing that. It doesn't,
Oh,
yeah, it
so it
doesn't,
has nothing to do with males. It's just difference between females who is raised by a single mom or single dad, or like.
no, this doesn't have anything to do with any single parent at all. This has nothing to
Well,
do with whether you are married or whether you are single. Nothing.
my brother's
This
son.
only
My
has
brother's
this
son.
only has to do with whether you raise girls better or boys better.
That's actually okay. So, do you single moms or single dads raise daughters or sons better?
Yo, why do you keep saying single? This doesn't have anything to do with whether this has nothing to do with your marital status. Nothing. Not one thing. Only thing that makes you a mother
Oh,
or a father is whether you have children or not.
I think someone's calling in, but remove the marital status and who will raise better, like non-marriage
Hold on
women
a second.
or
Hold on.
not.
Hold on
You
a
have
minute.
a
Hold on.
call.
Hold on a minute. Hold on.
Oh boy, mom.
Hold on. Slow down. Slow down. Slow down, caller. Slow down. All right. Like I said, this has nothing to do with whether you are married or single. Forget about whether you are married or single. This is whether
So
you
forget
have.
about the ring, and
Yeah, forget about that.
the
That has nothing to do with this. Nothing to do with this conversation. Absolutely nothing. Zero. All this has to do with is whether you made a baby or had a baby. And whether
oh,
so
okay.
so we're only talking about women who are mothers who had let's say you are okay, let me make this a little bit easier. Let's say
Oh no, I got you. I got you. Can you say the truth about me because I understand now?
wait. Let me make sure you got me. Explain what I just explained to you.
No, okay. Explain to you, like, my dad never got married because he gave birth my first
Oh,
woman, but
good
he has
Lord.
over nine
No,
children,
no,
and they're
fine.
the sweetest
All right.
children and
But
the
you
sweetest
keep
woman. On
you
my mama's side, who wanted marriage, she didn't get married, and she aborted. And my dad don't believe in abortion, so I got you.
no, you don't get me. You're still off. You're still off because
I'm
this
how far am I off though? Like,
because you
I'm
keep
still
bringing
on
up
Earth, or I'm
marriage. You
stepping
keep
off of Earth?
because you keep bringing up marriage. Let's say, let me give you this
No,
example. No, just listen. Just listen. Just listen.
okay. I'll sorry. Let me be quiet.
Let's
Sorry,
say,
sorry.
let's say
Sorry.
if you start having children, right? You don't have any children yet, right?
Hopefully, I don't know, but I want to know that if
No,
it's a
no, no,
family,
no,
but I
no.
don't
Do you
know.
have children or not? Right now.
I don't know. I think I might have maybe one or two, but I would want to know if they. But no, I don't have any children I'm taking care of, like, and they're in my life. But if I
Wait,
do
you
have
don't
some
know if
children,
you
I'm thinking.
you wait. You don't know if you have children yet or not?
Yeah, because sometimes I'm reckless, but I don't have any disease. So sometimes I might have a children, but I just want them to find me. I always so I have possibly one or two children. So,
All right. So okay. So let's say the children that
but I
you
want them to
have.
find me because I want to be the best father figure ever, and no matter how much money I have.
All right, listen, let's just listen to what I'm saying. So if you have children, let's say all of your children were girls, all of them, every last one of them. I don't care if you only had one or 10. Let's say you only had girls, right?
Seven girls, seven girls.
Okay, let's say whatever number. You didn't have any boys,
Yeah,
only
so you
slow
over
down,
there
man. Let
like
me
gaming is
finish.
like,
Let me
oh, sweet
finish.
goodness, and like,
Let
please.
me finish.
Okay, sorry,
Let me finish.
sorry,
So let's say you
sorry,
only
brother.
you only had girls. We are talking about whether you were attentive to those girls, whether you were you nurturing to them, whether you raised them in a way that was loving, that was nurturing, that was responsible, that was decent. That would make you a girl dad if you enjoyed it. Now, if you didn't enjoy it, it wouldn't matter. Well, it would still make you a girl dad because you didn't have any boys. But let's say
Oh,
if you wanted boys but only got girls, and but you still treated your girls good because you love them and you taught them whatever they needed to know, that would make you a girl dad. Not whether you were married to their moms or not. Just the way that you treated them and
oh,
raised them.
yeah. Because just like you have to tell the daughter, just like don't trust that dude because I was one, believe it or not. So you have to protect them from like dudes who would like do everything that's crazy to them, other than like treat them like an angel. They would try and like do a spend money on their hoo ha, or like yeah. So I okay. So yeah, as a if seven kids, I'll just be like, huh, seven guns. And I swear to goodness, they better treat my daughter right, or I don't give a care about their family. I have a bunch of bullets in here, so I have to protect my daughter at all costs. Because if a dude ever had like a son, I'm just like, huh, whatever. He's too stupid to not survive, but a daughter, I have to protect her as a father, and just like, I have all these guns engraved in their name, and I don't mind dual wielding.
All right, you might be a girl dad. You might be. Not really sure, but it sounds like you on the track to being a girl dad. But
Because okay, so I have to protect my daughter if I have a daughter to not slide down the pole because if she starts half naked slide down the pole, I think I lost because I need to protect her and I don't want her to go to the treasure situation and just like being, you know.
no,
So
I understand that, but yeah, the protection is part of it. But making sure that they have being attentive to their needs is the most important thing. So a
what
good
her gift
father,
is.
a good father, a good father to women or daughters would make sure that that his daughters knew other avenues in order to be able to take care of themselves or to generate revenue rather than having to shake their ass or
Mm-hmm.
exploit their ass. So
Preach.
yeah, you're right about that.
It's because yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, okay, so I bit off too much like a chew, and she's still my daughter. But at the age of puberty, I'm just like, I don't know what what it is because I'm a man. But I understand the concept is like, baby, I can help you as much as I can. My young daughter. But it's just like, ooh, it's just like I have to give you to like an old school woman who's not gonna subjugate you in any way, but will help you in your female problem because I'm just like, you know what I mean? And like hopefully the woman could help her. If not everyone getting clapped other than my daughter.
Okay, say that again.
Sorry for using bad language though, but you understand what I'm saying?
No, it's okay. You know, there's no.
Okay, I'm leaving this off.
Okay, cool. All right, caller with the last number is 5639. Welcome to the Urban Therapy with Sun Show. What's on your mind this afternoon?
I said maybe I'll join the conversation so it could be a better understanding a little bit somehow. Instead of explaining it, maybe a boy mom, I guess, could explain it better.
Are you a boy
Maybe, I don't
mom?
know. I would say yes. I didn't used to think about it in terms of that until someone said it to me one day.
Mm-hmm. Do you know where the term came from?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I thought it was something just out of the blue. People start saying these new people on the planet
No.
started saying.
When Kobe Bryant was alive, people were asking him about his four daughters, and you know, did he ever want a son, or questions like that. And he said, "I'm a girl dad." So he kind of coined that phrase for a lot of people. He described himself as a girl dad. In other words, like he cool with having all girls. You know what I mean? They have a good time with each other. He shows them things, does things with them, shows them a lot of love. They loved him. You know, like he was like, if I have a boy, fine, but I'm good if I don't because I'm a girl dad. So that resonated with a lot of people. And then, from him explaining his position on being satisfied with having girls and not having any boys, a lot of people started talking about, whether they were raised by a girl dad or if they were exposed to one, maybe even knew any. Now, there are plenty of girl dads out here in this world. I know a few. And it's a remarkable thing. But I started thinking about, like, I realized I know a lot of boy moms. I think my mom was a boy mom, even though she had two girls and only one boy. But and I'll explain that a little bit more. But so now that you understand where the phrase came from for a lot of people, I'm not saying that he's the first person who ever said that, but he is the first person that I ever heard use that term. For me, he is the first.
Mm-hmm.
So if you consider yourself to be a girl, I'm sorry, a boy mom, what what characteristics, what features are you talking? Why would you describe yourself as being a boy mom?
Well, it's not something I considered. Someone else considered it for me.
Okay.
And they were just basing it on the fact that, because I just have one kid, and that's the boy. Their comparison was the fact that I have godchildren, goddaughters, and a godson. They say I'm close to my goddaughters, but I tend to be more reactive when it comes to my godson. And they say I'm the same with my nieces and my nephews. I love my nieces relentlessly, but I tend to seem more focused on my nephews. I'm more involved with my nephews. They say, you're a boy mom. Just the way you react with the way I raised him, I guess, the way I react with him. They say that. So that's where that comes from when it comes to me. It's not something I ever considered or thought about until someone pointed it out to me. And
hold on, your phone is a little choppy. You might have to put one arm. You might have to put one arm in the air.
Like an angel, though.
What you say?
I hate this track. Okay, what about now?
Yes,
you got to talk.
Whatever you just said, you sound like an angel, though. Sorry to interrupt you, but keep talking.
Okay, thank you. But I was just saying, other people.
No, it's not better. It's not better. You sound it sounds like you talk. It sounds like you talking through a fan.
I'll hang up and call back.
All right, that's better. That's better. That's actually better. I don't know. I don't know what you did, but we can live with that.
All right, I was just saying, other people say it because of how I interact with my godchildren and my nieces and nephews. They say I tend to react better with the males than the females.
Okay. All right. Now, from your point of view, do you think that you may be more attentive to the boys than the girls?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have your reasons for that?
No, it's not even anything in particular. I mean, I don't really, like with my cousins, the girls get on my nerves so bad, but I get along better with the male cousins.
You don't think that maybe
I dislike the girl cousins, but I get along better with the boy cousins, and maybe it's just because I understand some of the things they like more than the girls. Like I'm not a girly girl per se. Like I'm feminine, but I'm not a girly girl. I'm not all into pink and all those kind of things. I enjoy some things that more men enjoy. Well, they used to anyway. Enjoy some things more men enjoy, and have the humor.
Is it because men are more simple and women are not that simple and they're too complex for men to understand, but we're simple?
No, I think it's because I grew up with a bunch of boys.
Okay, so you actually answered the question that I was getting ready to ask you, because I was going to ask you, do you think that there might be an underlying or subliminal reason that you gravitate toward the boys more? And it could be because, well, let me just ask you this. Do you generally get along with men better than you do with women?
I'd like to say yes, but that I have equally amounts of friends of both sexes. But I will say, in high school, my popularity was with the boys, but not because I was a whore or fast or nothing like that, but just because we got along very well. And even now, I have actual male friends who are just my male friends and have always been my male friends. So I guess maybe yes, I don't know. I can't say I don't get along with women.
The beautiful lady, can I ask a question to the beautiful lady, Mr. Sun? Because she just talked about something I need to talk about.
Go ahead.
Okay, so my beautiful lady, underneath the woman of soul, Sun, again, and also too. But do you think there's a possibility that men and females could actually be friends without like trying to diddle each other?
Yes. I just said I have male friends who are just my male friends. And that's all we've ever been. Now, if there's been an interest in any of them, they haven't displayed it. There's two who have displayed it, but we are all just friends. So yes, I do believe it's possible for men and women to be friends. However, let's not excuse human nature. Anything could happen between a man and a woman when it's human nature. That's reality. That's life. So it's not to say that one day something may not happen between one of my guy friends and I, because we are still men and women. But so far we have just been friends, and that's it. We have discussions about our lives and everything else. I can talk to the guys just like I talk to my female friends, and vice versa. We have discussions that make some of their mates uncomfortable. Sometimes we have to monitor it because they don't understand that these are my friends. These are like my brothers. So our relationship is tight like that. So yes, I do believe it's possible, but the reality is, again, anything goes when it comes to human nature. So.
Well, thank you for answering my question, though, but I'm a male who believes that it's female friends. I'm not a horn dog, because I'll run up a tree and just like, who? And then you can watch me just slide down the tree and just like, whoa! But it's just like, so
all right. Cool, because we're not going down that rabbit hole. We gonna stick on this topic right now. So, like, all right. So, I was asking you, do you generally get along with men than women? Now, that doesn't necessarily have to be based on your friendships. You know what I mean? Like, even just your daily interactions. You know, there's a chance that you have an energy that may resonate better with men, whether you are giving or receiving. You understand what I mean? Like, yeah. I knew a woman before who, if she was looking for a job or if she needed something, she always was discouraged if she had to deal with a woman, because her interactions with women were always terrible. Now she had social problems, you know what I mean? But she believed that if it was a male, and this is not somebody who was like overwhelmingly beautiful or nothing like that. So that wasn't even an issue. But she was able to deal with men better than she was able to deal with women. So she would get what she wanted or what she came for, or a better deal when she was dealing with a male. But when she was dealing with a female, whether it was getting a job, like from her point of view, if the interviewer or the hiring manager was a woman, she wasn't going to get the job. That was actually what she said to me. So I knew that there were things that she needed to do to adjust her way of dealing with people, but nonetheless, she was more successful with men than she was with women. And she was also a boy mom through and through. She didn't want any girls. As a matter of fact, when I had my daughter, she said some slick shit like, hopefully you get a boy one day. I was like, you know what I mean? I was like, what does that mean? She was like, I know, like, you got this girl, but I know you wanted a boy. What the fuck are you talking? You know what I mean? Like, she was a boy mom, but as you can see, she was dumb. Smart as hell, book smart as hell, but socially fucking ass. You know what I mean? Ain't know what to say out of her mouth. So, and maybe the reason that she was able to deal with men better is because she could probably get away with saying stupid shit like that. You know what I mean? Where a woman might, like, what the fuck is wrong with you, girl? You know what I mean? Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. So, but she was definitely a boy mom, and I think she was a boy mom by choice and by spirit. You know what I mean? Because she had 4 boys. That's not an easy thing to achieve. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I think that if she had a girl, she would have really, really struggled.
No,
And
I think it might
I'm
be
not.
confusing though. But do you mean a male adult? Do you mean a man daughter or a man? Because the word boy is just like boy is like get over here from me because I'm already trying to protect the city. So do you think there's like a? Do you have to understand that it's super confusing when you say a boy? Because I'll tell a boy like back up. I'll toss you into the air if you could be an astronaut and you could like flap in the wind.
Well, if a male is 3 years old, is he a boy or a man?
That is a good question, but I need the lady to talk because you was talking to her.
No,
So I have the
I'm
question
asking
for that.
you.
So
I'm asking you. I'm
let my
asking
soul sister
you.
talk.
I'm asking you. If a male is 3 years old, is he a boy or a man?
Well, for me, it depends on the age because in certain countries, is allowed to serve in the military or by alcohol. So 18 serve in the military and 19
I'm asking you about
in
age
alcohol.
3.
So in my opinion, you have to be the age of approximately, I would say 16.
So I'm asking you about age 3. Boy or man? Age 3.
Boy, a
Okay.
toddler,
How about age 2?
toddler,
How about
infant.
age 5?
A toddler.
How about age 7?
You have the ability to work, but just don't get catfish. But a child.
How about age 9?
I would say nine is just like you might be smarter than people younger than you, but you still never been in the real world, so you're still a child.
How about age 11?
That's when your frontal lobe start activating, so like you just begin to learn how to learn something, and your brain can actually connect. So I would say it's still like a advanced child.
Okay, she was a boy mom. Boy. All of her children were young. She was a boy mom. So, with that being said, I was only using that example so Kim would understand what I'm talking about. As far well, I'm trying to connect how she may be a boy mom, even though she only has one child and it does happen to be a boy, but she may be a boy mom because of the way that she deals with other boys that she mothers in some kind of way. So just because she is not their biological mother, she may have nephews,
Well,
neighbor. Wait a minute. Neighbors,
sorry.
godchildren that are boys that she bestows her motherly affection upon, and she may be good at that because she's a boy mom, because she understands like some of the things. Oh, and maybe you can help me out with this, Kim. What are some things about boys that you understand that maybe other women or other mothers who have boys may struggle with? I'll give you one. I'll give you one. Do you get? I'll give you one. I'll ask you one. Do you get pissed off because your son didn't put the seat down on the toilet?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I did.
All
Even
right.
though I know he and every man in the house was gonna leave it up, my rule was I'm the only me here, so you better accommodate to me.
Okay.
Because you see, the thing is, the problem, the issue is just like, hey, why is this chick not smart enough to realize if she sit there with a toilet seat going on because I will pee like a fire hydrant and she dumps her booty cheeks in the toilet? Like, whose fault is this though?
Let me stop you, please. Let me stop you, please. So let me tell you how the things get conducted in my home. Again, I am the only me. So there's no question about me being stupid enough to nothing. I run the ship. I am the only me. And the rules that are created are by me. So because of that, every male in my home is going to follow the instruction of me. I am the shortest in the house. I am the weakest in the house. But I am the boss of the house. So because of that, they have to contend to what I say. I don't have to raise my voice. I don't have to use a curse word. It is simple as a look. It's as simple as me coming out and saying, you just use the bathroom, and everybody's going to get up and make sure it's right. I have the room, so I run this shit. That's just it.
No, I love you as a strong woman, though. I love you as a strong woman, but I'll straight up tell you to your face, so I don't talk to my mom for a while. It's just like, you're too stupid to understand that, like, you have like a little thing on the toilet bowl, and I have to go through 2 layers on toilet bowl to pee, and then like I peed, yeah, so the toilet bowl was closed, and I peed, and if you're not smart enough to like not dunk your ass into like the toilet bowl, it's like, how smart are you?
So again, it's not about being stupid or smart. It's about being courteous. And that's one thing that's taught in my house. Anybody who comes in, it's about being courteous.
Okay, well,
it's about being courteous.
Sorry, my lady.
So if you're going to use this bathroom, because this is not a public bathroom, like at a stall, at a concert, or any place like that, where your toilet is designed like that. And because you have hands that function and you have thumbs that work, you can take and let the seat back down the same way you let it up. We don't leave the seat up all day long in this house. So if it's down when you go in to use it, you better let it back down after you lift it up to use it. And if you don't do that and you piss on it, you better clean it out. So that's just about being courteous. That's just about being courteous. That's not about being stupid. So to answer your question, son, one thing for every mother to understand, these boys are trifling. There's no way around it. They're just trifling.
All right, cool. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. All right. So I asked that question. What are some things about boys that you might understand or be able to tolerate or be sympathetic to that other mothers or other mothers who are not boy moms might not be able to deal with very well?
I just said they're trifling.
But other than that, we know that a lot of boys have issues with hygiene and all of that. What else?
Well, so I am it's a fact. It is harder for a boy to become a man who is not raised around men. And there are a lot of women who are of the consensus that even though I'm a single mom, I'm a good mom, and I raised this boy to be a man. In essence, you did, but technically you didn't. You grew up a boy to be a man. You didn't raise him to be a man, because ultimately you can't do all the things that a boy needs to be a man. You can't teach him all the things from the perspective of a male view to be a man. You can give him what you think he is as a woman.
Hello, beautiful woman.
Let me finish.
What is your definition of a man?
No, sir.
Okay, so when you're done talking, I apologize, but I need to know your definition of a man.
It takes it, and I can't tell you that because I'm.
Just keep going. Goddamn.
It takes a man to raise a boy to be a man. A woman can teach a male about being a man, but she can't raise him. And I think a lot of other women who may not be boy moms don't understand that, because they do think, hey, because I've done this and I've cared for him right and I've nurtured and blah, 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 and he's not out in the streets, I've raised a man. And that's not accurate, in my opinion. That's not accurate, because it takes men to make a man. in my opinion. So even with my own son, I am so grateful that I did have the air quote village to assist in the thing. Like I could have the sex talk with my son, but it's not going to give the same impact as him having the same sex talk with his dad, my dad, his grandfather, his uncles, his godfathers. It's not going to give the same impact because I couldn't begin to give him the full understanding of a penis because I don't have one. Now I'm familiar with them, but I don't have one. So I can't give him all the answers that he needs. And I remember the first time he started talking to me about wet dreams and stuff, I was freaking the fuck out. Like, what? And I had to bring in the village to assist. And I also noticed, because he understood this is my mother, so I'm going to fuck with her. I understood that every... I understood that every question... Was when I was 38, Let me finish. I understood that every question he asked me, he stared me deep in my eyes so he could see the moment that I was freaking out, or he could see if I would break. So he understood a little bit of manipulation as well. So that's what I think sometimes with women who are raising boys, it is definitely a threshold to understand that these boys, it's just different. It's not as easy. It's more than let me teach him about the street life. Wait a minute. It's more than teaching him not to be in these streets selling drugs. It's more than teaching him not to be in gangs. It's more than teaching him about not having babies. It's more than teaching him about watching out for the police. It's so much more to it than that. It is a lot involved with raising a boy that I could ever begin to understand when this kid came into this world. Even with his dad's involvement before he completely wigged out to the military, it was a time there when he was little, it was easy, it was fun, it was cute. But as he started to grow and reach the pubescent years, I was like, oh, I'm going to kill this kid. Because it was a different something there that I was not prepared for. And I knew, as a woman, I can't do this by myself. And I think a lot of moms miss that. Like, my cousin has a bunch of boys. And she thinks...
I love you, for woman, for not killing your child.
She thinks that...
What the fuck? Are you there?
Men. But that's not what makes them men. And a lot of moms don't understand that. So that's my answer in lead.
Okay. So, okay, hold on a second.
You have a call from...
All right, cool. All right. So what, as a boy mom, what things do you think that you can teach? I know that you said that there are certain things that you think that a man has to take care of when it comes to raising a son. What things do you think that a boy mom or a mom can give to his sons that a man may not be able to?
Oh, definitely the nurture part, the love part, the compassionate part. Women are nurturers by nature, and boys need that. They need that understanding, that softness. I don't believe in that feminine energy, masculine energy, but I do believe that men need a certain kind of softness so they can have more compassion for the world. They have to have that little bit of softness to have compassion for everything that this world is going to deal them. And if they don't, it makes them too hard to understand those little bitty things. And they seem insignificant in the beginning, but as you mature and become an adult, they're so much more important, like just the gentle softness of understanding when a woman is, and this is of course when they become adults, when a woman is experiencing just the little bit of the time of her mom.
Okay.
He needs to understand that softness that comes with dealing with a woman during that moment. You know what I'm saying? Not saying all the ignorant shit, not doing all the dumb stuff, and knowing when to, this is a moment where I need to just pay attention to her. Or understand that she may have a moment where she just needs to cry. And understanding that doesn't make her weak. Understanding that doesn't mean you just keep bothering her. Just understand, just step back for a minute and give her grace. And also the softness so he can connect with his male counterpart. Because as we discussed, you, I, and Troy talk about often, it's very hard for a man to open up to his male counterpart and say, I am fucking having a hard time here. I am having a mental and emotional breakdown here. Life is fucked up. Shit is going wrong. I don't know what to do. It's hard for men to connect with other men in that moment. Mm-hmm. And sometimes that's because they don't have that little piece of softness that they get from a woman. So that's what I think.
Okay. That's definitely an example. One of the things that I've always said that a woman a mother can give to her sons that a man can't is a woman can show and directly explain to a man what women want from a man, or what women find attractive in a man. A man can't really do that. He can try, he can attempt, he can show things from his perspective, but he can't, he doesn't have insider information when it comes to that. Like, for example, a mother may be able to teach her sons like that a woman needs understanding. She needs somebody to listen. A man would be like, yeah, just give us some money or buy her shit. You understand what I'm saying? He'll go for he might go for the cookie cutter shit. Like, a man can show a woman how to get. I mean, a father can show his son how to get some pussy, but a mother might be able to show her son how to love a woman or to get some love.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's not set in stone, because I'm not saying that neither one can do the other, but generally, with understanding with giving a shit about what the other person thinks and what they want, I mean, what the other gender wants or thinks or whatever, goes a long way. Caller with the last number 7797. Welcome to the Daily Go Getimism Show. What's on your mind this afternoon? What's good?
Y'all know who this is, man. I was happy to call it.
That's not Troy.
You're damn right it's Troy. Damn. See your thug sizzle on the damn Urban Therapy with Sun 752 the show. Putting people in their damn place.
Just get started.
You know what you're supposed to do. What's up, son?
Feeling like a real man should.
That's all I wanted to hear. Now I'm ready to come in. You know, if I don't hear the slogan, I can't really talk. I can't get off and talk and be real intelligent until I hear the slogan. You know what I mean? That's like Deion Sanders' theme music. You know what I mean? Feeling like a real man should. That's the fucking theme music in my ear. It's like I gotta come the fuck in on that part. Yeah. You know, but at the end of the day, I'm a fucking boy mom, or how you say boy mom.
What?
You can't be a boy. You can't be a
slow down, Troy.
You cannot be a
mama's boy, mom, whatever.
No, wait, no. We got to get this right. No. Boy moms or girl dads.
Okay, I'm a boy mom. I follow my mom.
Slow the fuck down. You are not a boy mom. You ain't no mom at all.
Well, I'm a mama's boy.
I ain't asked you that. I ain't asked you that. And we not talking about that at all. This show is about girl dads or boy moms. Not mama's boys or daddy's girls. This is a one-way street. No intersections in this. So you wait. Let me make sure. Let me guide. I'm a walk you. I'm gonna walk you down this street. You have children.
Just give me the title.
No. You should already knew the goddamn title. Do you have children, right?
Yes, I do.
You have girls and boys, right?
4 and 4. Yep.
You have 4 and 4. All right.
Yep.
Which one do you have the easier time with?
My boys.
All right. So you probably are a boy dad. If you would have said that I have an easier time with the girls, that would have made you a girl dad.
That's not. I'm talking about what makes me that. What makes me that is my upbringing.
Okay, but you can't. But you can't speak from your mom's perspective. Now, wait. Now, wait a minute. I'll give you a way that you might possibly. You got to understand my frustration today. We're not doing this shit. So, all right. So your mom, she had boys or girls?
She had 3 boys and 1 girl.
All right. So, how did she treat your sister versus y'all?
My sister was just one of the children, but she was baby. She was baby.
By your mom?
I was the youngest, I was somewhat pampered a little bit.
Wait a minute! Don't go too far away. Stay right here. Your sister is older than you, right?
Yes.
All right. Now, what was your relation? What was your sister's relationship like with your mom?
Frustrating.
Okay, there you go. So if their relationship was frustrating, if there was a lot of back and forth, if there was some misunderstanding, there's a good chance, probably in the 90th percentile, that your mom was a boy mom. Now, that's not to say that you like. That I'm not saying that she liked you. Her sons or valued her sons or treated her sons better. It just means that her energy with raising her sons was a little bit it caused more seamless situations, more comfortable situations, more what's the word I'm looking for? Amicable. Maybe it was just easier for her to deal with boys than it was for her to deal with girls. It happens. Well, my mom had two girls and 1 boy, and I consider my mom to be a boy mom, even though she was good with the girls. But she's a boy mom. Ain't no way around it.
Well, the thing about it now, let me just elaborate on something.
All right, but just watch your language.
I'm not going to say my mom was either or. I just want to say that she was a responsible mom, because she knew that she couldn't teach. That she, just like when I was listening to Kim's, there's everything that a woman can't teach with a boy. She can teach a boy. So at the end of the day, she had to put responsible men in my life, or responsible men had to come in my life because my father wasn't there to help guide me. You understand what I'm saying? So in the midst of that, she was more responsible as a mom than just being either or what we're talking about.
No, because she's not either or. I don't think you understand I don't think you understand the topic. Your mom sounds like a bona fide boy mom. Bona fide. If she understood that you needed men, influential men in your life in order to help you out and to assist. That's what a boy mom does. That's what a boy mom understands. A boy mom is not one who thinks that she can do everything with her sons. She acts as a resource. So of course a boy mom.
knows she can't. She knows she can't.
Whoa. See, and what you're doing is you can't gather. You can say what y'all both can say that, but I'm going off of what I've seen and what I've been through with an experience.
I don't think. Okay, if you understand the term, you don't. There's no fight in it.
I'm not fighting anything, because I'm just giving you the experience. I'm giving you my life experience.
But what are we? But Troy.
I don't think that's the same.
But Troy, what are we talking about?
I don't think it's the same. I don't think it's the same. I think the question here is, he's not asking from the experience from your point of view. It's the experience from the point of view of the parent. So it's the point of view from the mom.
Okay, well look, the point of view of my mother is that I've seen, like with my kids, my first son's mom, right? She was a boy mom, and she felt as though she couldn't take me being part of my son's life, so she felt as though she could do everything.
What?
That's not the same.
That's not what we talking about.
That's not the same.
And why do you? Wait. Why do you say that? First of all, whoa. Let's make sure we understand. Let's make sure we understand the English. We're not saying a boy's mom, a boy mom, not boys. Boy.
So a boy mom.
A boy mom. Wait. A boy's mom is just a mother who has sons. A boy mom is a mother who is good at raising sons.
Okay, now just say what you just said. And what did you say after that? You said a boy mom knew that she could not do everything on her own, so she made sure she put responsible men in her life.
Yes.
In his life, right?
Yes.
And then what if a boy mom that felt as though she didn't put the responsible men in his life and just felt as though she can do it on her own?
That doesn't Kim, that doesn't disqualify her. That doesn't disqualify her from. That doesn't disqualify. First of all right, let me make sure that we understand some things. I did not know this shit was going to be this hard, but then again, I did. Okay. If you like boys more than if you are a mother, a woman who has children, if you are a mother that likes boys more than girls, you're a boy mom. If you are a mother who that has an easier job raising boys than they do with girls, you are a boy mom. If you are a mother who prefers boys over girls, you are a boy mom. If you are a mother who understands, takes care of, provides, and enjoys having sons, you are a boy mom. So it's not a one-way thing. So we're not disqualifying any mothers who don't do the same things, because boy moms do different things. Just like girl dads don't have to play football or basketball or any kind of sports with their daughters, and they don't have to do hair, and they don't have to play with dolls in order to be a girl dad. A girl dad enjoys having daughters. A girl dad spends time with his daughter, finds out how to understand them, provides for them, not just providing with money, providing them with whatever they need. Getting their mental state right, making sure their education is straight, making sure that they present themselves in a respectable way. That is a girl dad. A girl dad is a man who has daughters, who enjoys or prefers or is good at raising daughters. So let's make sure we understand what we're talking about before we start talking about who is or who ain't. My dad was a boy dad. We're not talking about him today. He was not a girl dad. He was good with girls, but he did not prefer that. And he always felt that girls were going to get whatever they needed because they were pretty and feminine, and men were going to cater to them anyway. And that was that. So he kind of wrote them off. He let the mothers deal with the girls. He was a boy dad. We're not talking about him today at all. He's out of the conversation. We're talking about boy moms and girl dads. Is everybody on point today? All right. Now I know that we understand. That pause gave me everything. So that's what we're talking about today, y'all. Kobe Bryant had all girls. He said that he liked that. He enjoyed it. He didn't feel like he missed a step because he didn't have boys. He said, I'm a girl dad. People heard that and they they admired it. They thought it was great. Like, yeah. Then the term girl dad was coined, and now we're talking about that today. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. Y'all ready?
I'm a boy dad.
All right. So okay. So you're out of this conversation. We're not talking about boy dad.
Now, when I go to my mom,
go ahead.
My mom is the other one.
Which one is she?
A boy mom.
Okay. All right, cool. Let's talk about your mom for a second.
But yeah. I had to let I already understand this already. Situation, so I just let you speak and get the now I gotta get into my Eddie Levert voice right now.
Just give us the information. God damn it!
I gotta get into my Eddie Levert voice right now. You know. So go ahead and do your thing, son.
I'm about to cut y'all the fuck off of this goddamn phone. I can carry this for the next half an hour.
You can't do that. I came in on the back.
All I'm saying is stop fucking with me. This show has been hard.
Let me speak for a minute. Son, Tim, I came in on the back end of the frustration. Don't get frustrated with me because I just came in on the back end.
All I'm saying is stop fucking with me. Y'all see how hard this show has been. I lift weights this morning. It was easy. This shit should not be hard, goddamn.
Like I just said to you, don't take the frustration of the GL. Look, don't take the frustration of the GL. Don't take the frustration of the GL and bounce past that shit to me. The GL made y'all frustrated, upset.
You came in just as worse. You came in just as worse.
You came in had to come out in your voice. The frustration came out in your delivery.
You came in just as worse.
You were strong.
You came in just as worse.
You can always tell when you're strong because the profanity come out your mouth, Chels. You were strong-willed in your convictions of what you were.
Cut their goddamn mic off. I ain't got. Mother. Cut it the fuck out. We got 25 minutes left. We got 35 minutes left in this show. I suggest y'all fucking take advantage of it because I'll be goddamn if I go 1 second over today. So y'all are on the clock. I'm turning over the fucking hourglass. Oh, this goddamn filler. Oh, this goddamn filler. Cut it out. Now, are you going to talk about your mom or not?
I'm 84 then. You know, upset at me about the GL.
So you still bullshitting? I bet. All right, you still bullshitting? God damn it! So, one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. What the? Come on, man! Come on!
Go ahead, bro.
I don't want. It's not time for me to go ahead. It's time for you.
You think you're gonna ask me something? You gonna ask me questions about my mom?
I didn't say I was going to ask you a question. I said I was telling you to go ahead and talk about how your mom was a boy mom.
Well, you know, my mom. First of all, like I said earlier, my mom was responsible enough as a boy mom to make sure that she included my grandfather, my grandparents, some of my uncles, you know, and male friends within the family to make sure that I was guided in the right direction of things like to do. The most inspirational person in my life was my grandfather. Even though I lost him at age 14, he was still strong enough to install certain things in me. Now, the thing that I wasn't taught, that my mom didn't teach me, or no other man taught me, is how to treat a woman, or how, you know, I was one of them men that thought that you had to bow in and everything, because what I've seen my grandfather, my grandparents did, and also at the end of the day, when you turn back around, you sit back, and I had to look at TV shows. You seen shit like that. So I didn't have a older brother that was teaching me shit. My middle brother, you know, he was so fucking protective of himself that he didn't teach me shit. So I'm learning as I go along. You understand? So still to this day, I feel as though you have to be a provider, but you also have to give a woman things when it's not so much a that day to give her things. Like on Valentine's, that's the norm. You gotta give a woman. Sometimes you gotta give a woman.
Troy,
things.
Stop. Mm-mm.
I'm talking. No. Now you cut me off. Let me finish.
Because you straying too far away. Come on, man.
Too far away, son.
You are in the next neighborhood. Trust me, you are. You are in the next neighborhood. Your mom, if your mom was a boy mom, stay there. There. Nowhere else. Hold on. No grandfather, no father, no none of that. Boy mom.
My mom was a boy mom to the extent of being responsible enough to teach me certain things. There you go.
All right, you want to stop there? All right, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop there.
Tell you what. Are you a boy? Are you you said that you a boy mom? I mean, a boy dad, right?
Yes.
All right. So we can't go there. Okay. All right. So let's see if we can identify some other boy moms or girl dads, whether they are people that we know in the media or whether they are people that we know in real life. So let me see. I'm thinking about my sister. My sister has 2 daughters and a boy. The boy is the oldest. My sister is definitely a girl mom, but she has boy mom. She's boy mom friendly. And this is what I mean by that. She's boy mom friendly because my nephew was born first. And she was always able to give my nephew what he needed and to understand him at their level. Now, they had a couple of things going for them that may have helped them along also. My sister's a Capricorn and my nephew is a Capricorn. So they had some astrological energy that may have allowed them to bond a little bit closer. But she always valued him being her first And she never left him out of anything that was going on. So even though, you know, my sister was a girly girl, she still made sure that she understood what my nephew needed and was able to give him that, because she was. Now I'm going to use a new term. She was a boy sister. And this is what I mean by this. She was a boy sister because her and my sister didn't get along too well. They was like oil and water. But me and my sister got along famously. Me and my middle sister, famously. Me and my oldest sister, famously. So she never got tired of me being around, even though she had to take me out on dates with her and her boyfriend, you know, whatever. I seen a whole lot of shit that I ain't had no business seeing. I never snitched on my sister, and my sister never cut me out. Like, all right, my brother gotta go, but he cool. He ain't gonna say nothing. We ain't even gotta pay him. You understand what I'm saying? So she was a sister. She was a boy sister instead of like a sister boy. I think if there would have been more boys, she probably would have gotten along better with the boys than she may have gotten along with the sister. And now when we found out about my other brothers or whatever, she was kind of cool. She was cool with them. You know, like with the girls, I don't remember her having that many interactions, you know, one way or another with the girls. So she was more of a boy sister. So we going into uncharted territory with that.
I didn't want to say anything because, you know, you said stay on topic. I just wanted to, you know.
Well, yeah, that is on topic. You know what I mean? Like, that's on topic. The boy associated with the opposite sex. That's on topic. That's on topic. But so you can do that. But once you start talking about, you know, flowers and candy and dates and no, you're totally off. You're totally off. And I listen, man, Troy, I apologize to you, my brother. I do. But I
apologize to me. You know my skin, bro.
No, I mean, it's not about your skin. It's about what I do. You know what I mean? I'm not apologizing for how you feel. I'm apologizing for how I present things. You know what I mean? You know, that's a necessary thing to do. You know, because I'm a man, a boy man. So anyway,
well, but if I didn't, you know, the fucked up part. If I didn't know you, I would be hurt by it. and I recognize that. I recognize that sometimes my passion. I've been around you enough to know you.
Hey,
so
yo.
Like that,
hey, yo.
I understand who you are.
Listen, sometimes you can't. Sometimes when you can't rip their physical head off, sometimes you might have to. But it's not on purpose. It's not on purpose. But all I'm saying is,
listen. I know. I came in on the GL, but the TM added to the frustration.
But the thing is, you gotta understand. I don't think you understood the topic coming in.
Right. You know, and I can honestly sit back and have an understand. You know, when you want to stay focused on that topic, sometimes either one of us can stray away from it sometimes, but we always come back to the topic. So I can understand where you're coming from. Except your apology is all fine and dandy. But if I didn't know you, I might be sitting on this phone like this motherfucker. I mean, I talk to him later on.
Listen. I mean, you wouldn't be the first. You know what I mean? And you certainly won't be the last. Shit. But I just want you to understand.
You know, you ain't gonna know if the push comes too. Shit. But she got frustrated with me too. I was just waiting for the profanity.
Oh, I didn't get frustrated. I was laughing. So the fact that you said you was a boy mom threw me, and because you kept saying it, I'm not ever gonna let that go, love. Just know the jokes are coming.
I'm not gonna let go. Just like I'm not gonna let go, gangster. So we got 2 weeks. One for 2.
Oh Lord, my God.
So you keep that. I keep that.
I don't know why you talking about old stuff.
People ain't sleep long enough. Yeah, I mean all kinds of shit. Okay, listen. Now here's the thing. Now, here's the thing that I recognize. If you didn't totally understand the topic, there are other people who may be listening who didn't totally understand it either. And because of and if we don't get it together, if we don't get it right, then the misunderstanding will go farther and farther. Will it change the world? No. But the purpose of these kind of conversations is so we can understand each other and communicate on a level that is higher or better than we may have been able to do with anybody else before. So when we understand what we're really talking about today is parenting. And when we start talking about parenting, we're talking about the foundation of everybody who was ever born. And we see the results of when the foundation was unsure or weak or toxic or whatever. So when we start talking about whether somebody is a boy mom or a girl dad or whatever, we need to understand that we're not dissing. We're not saying we're not even talking about favoritism, not exclusively and not ultimately. What we're talking about is your ability to be able to communicate effectively with your child that you are raising. You know, a lot of children, a lot of families experience of resentment going way into their elder years because of how things were treated because of the way things were dealt with when they were children, or the way that they were treated when they were children. And some people never reconcile that. You know, how many times have y'all talked to somebody or even expressed yourselves like, you know what, that shit that my mom did or that shit that my dad did when I was younger was really, really fucked up. But you know what? You know, I'm over that now. I'm past that now. And, you know, all that matters is that, you know, we're here. And no, that's not all that fucking matters. Because more than likely, if you were mistreated, it could have put you in a position to mistreat your own. And so everybody is making an excuse for irresponsible or reckless or neglectful behavior. So when we start talking about whether you're a boy mom, imagine how many boys were saved by their boy moms because they might have been headed for ruin had they mom, or hated women altogether because they mom never gave them the understanding or the attention or the there's another word, you know, dealing with your feelings and your insight or whatever. And whatever that word is, please insert that. You know, they may have just grown up to really, really resent women and all of that kind of shit. And their mom may have saved them from that. Not saying that she saved them from any heartbreak or disappointment from women, but maybe because of her attention to details dealing with his fragile ego or propensity or compulsion to follow negativity instead of lead in a positive way. He may have had his life saved by his mom, and she may not even know it, but she just was a boy mom and she got the job done. Same thing with women. Maybe some of these daughters out here, maybe the reason that they can put up with a lot of their boyfriends or husbands' shit is because they were raised by a girl dad with that made them understand. He may not have been perfect, but he dealt with her in such a way that she felt the love, and she knew that if my father could love me every day and show that regardless of his shortcomings and mine, I can deal with another man out there who may disappoint me sometimes, but now I won't put that on all men. Her dad might have saved her from celibacy. Literally. So this is it. I think this is a deep topic. I really do. Because listening to Kobe Bryant, and you know how people are influenced by celebrities, even people who say that they're not, they are. You know what I mean? You know, you hear people talk about Jay-Z and Beyonce and their daughter, what's her name, Blue Ivy and shit like that. Like they should give a fuck, but they do. They do. And sometimes when you see an example, a positive example that you can't see here, well, you can't touch, but you can see and you can hear, it may change the way that you deal with your own. Hopefully in a good way. Not all the time, but hopefully in a good way. But we're talking about parenting here. You know, we're talking about our children. We're talking about our future. We're talking about the people who are going to run this planet for generations to come. And shit.
Hello?
Oh, yeah. Oh. So
we was waiting for you to say. I was just waiting for you to finish talking.
I yield.
And we was listening. Because, you know, when you go deep, you know, you start, when you get to the pulpit, you start preaching and we start listening.
I yield. Stop my time. I yield my remaining time to my constituents, my colleagues.
It's shit. Yeah, but I can understand that. I agree to what you just said. So it's, you know, and you know, like one thing my mom taught me as being the person she was is to show sympathy and empathy to other females. You know, the man that she put in my life, my grandfather, she told me, hand straight from the point. You put your hand on the girl, I'm gonna whip your ass. So that was that for me. I didn't even have to really think twice about my mom saying anything about put my hand on a female. Plus, I seen my mom be abused, and that just washed that out the window. So I show a lot more sympathy and empathy to women than a man, because we supposed to be strong and have to be able to deal with certain situations. But a female is delicate. You know, some females, until they get mad, they start throwing out profanities when they get frustrated. You know, I deal with Jen.
Oh, sure. I feel like you got a beard.
You feel good for a minute, Kel.
I feel like you got a beard full of crumbs and wet. That's what I feel like.
Yeah, right. That's why I look. Yeah, that's what love is. Throwing darts.
You know, I think too also, when it comes to, like you said, a man not putting his hands on a woman, and men are strong and women are not as strong. I think that's where it's important for a girl dad to come in and have a conversation with his daughter, because yes, what you said is correct by society, but in reality, we also have to teach people, period, to keep their hands to themselves, because society will have you teach your son, don't put your hands on a girl, but to not teach the girl, don't put your damn hands on my son. And that's where we have a blurred line when it comes to that. Because I agree, a man shouldn't put his hands on a woman. However, I'm a woman who shouldn't put my hands on a man either. And we fail in teaching that somewhere along the line. And a mother needs to tell her daughter that, but I think a father needs to enforce that to his daughter so she can clearly understand it. Because a woman is going to tell it from a woman's perspective. A man shouldn't hit you because men are always stronger than women. That's true. That's why it's a big issue about these men playing in women's sports. And I agree with that. I believe everybody has a right to do what they want to do, live the life they want to live, but leave some things naturally as they should be, and that's the reason why. Because it is natural for a man to be stronger than a woman, no matter what size the woman is, no matter what size the man is. However, a woman is going to speak to it from a woman's perspective. A man shouldn't hit you because you're a girl, da-da-da-da-da. But it takes a man to tell his daughter, listen here, little Susie, you keep your damn hands to yourself because I am going to always be stronger than you. Now, it doesn't mean you get to hit me and hit me and hit me and I never hit your ass back. That's not what that means. It means you keep your hands to yourself. So those things are important and key too. That's the reason why it really takes the village. That's the reason why it takes two parents. That's the reason why it takes the grandparents and aunts and uncles. That's why it takes everybody involved to raise one single unit to be productive in this society, because these things fall under the radar. And as we grow up and develop into adults, that line is blurred and there's some misunderstandings. So what you said is key and important, and it's a fact, but it still is a little nuance in there that needs to be addressed. Even when it comes to how a man interacts with a woman, yes, from a woman's standpoint, she can tell, a mom could tell her son, this is what women like. And I try to talk to my son about it, but if I don't have a woman who also feels and understands how she should be treated, it's a bit of a challenge.
Uh-huh.
Like my son's first girlfriend, I'm telling him, little things that he should do for her as a man. But because she watches her mom cater to her father in an unhealthy way, she would not allow him to do these things. She started to kind of do the same things with him. Cater. Like an example would be one time I told him to mop.
Shit. The app crashed. Okay, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Okay. Wait.
Do you know I have you on both lines and I didn't even realize the caller does something different?
Wow. My bad.
You're still connected on my other line too.
Well, the damn app crashed. So,
Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, go ahead.
I don't know where I was cut off.
Shit.
Did you hear me say about her mopping my floor?
Maybe you was getting to that part.
Oh, so I was saying, it takes so this little girl my son was dating, her mom had an unhealthy relationship with her dad, in my opinion. She catered to him in an unhealthy way. And even though I'm telling my son this is how he should treat her, she was not giving the same feedback because she is living her life based off of how she saw her mother treat her dad. So an example would be, I told my son, I want this floor mopped when I get home. And I leave and I come home and she's mopping my floor. And I'm like, no, little girl, get out. Because he's supposed to do that. And her response is, one, and just let me know what her household was like. And of course, my kid is thinking this is the way it's supposed to be. No, sir, that's not it.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I say I think it requires everybody. If her dad, that's where a girl dad comes in. He needs to have a conversation too with his daughter to make her understand some things. It takes a dad to show his daughter how she should be treated and how she should respond in a relationship with a man as well. and it takes a mom to tell her son how to treat a woman.
Mm-hmm.
But if the two don't align, then it becomes a problem there too.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's why I say it does take a village. It does take everybody. It takes a collective group to raise one productive individual. And that's just the reality of it. It just does. And people say two-parent households. I agree. It does take a two-parent household, but it has to be functioning parents with sense. Because I know people who come from a two-parent household, and I'm like, you were raised by monkeys because they act like it.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So speaking of two-parent household or single family household, let's talk about the two-parent household thing. Because what if you have a two-parent household where one is a boy mom and a girl dad? It sounds like that could work. With multiple children of different genders, that could work out well.
Yes.
But that would be like almost the same thing as if you had like a boy dad and a girl mom. That might not work out as well. I mean, we've seen this happen before. Like the dad just takes care of the boys and the mom takes care of the girls or whatever. And that sounds like the traditional way that households were probably run or wanted to be run or were said to be structured to run. But if we're talking about, let's say you have 8 children, maybe 5 boys, 3 girls or whatever. And both parents are boy parents. Like, so you got a girl, you got a boy mom and a boy dad. What happens with the girls?
There's no balance.
Right. There's no balance. And is that to say that there's no way it could work? Or like, because even though they were both boy parents, that doesn't necessarily mean that the girls didn't get anything that they wanted. Maybe they just felt like because the boys were the majority, because there were 5 boys and 3 girls, maybe the boys, sucked up all of the energy, the time and energy.
It makes a situation where it's easy for the girl to fall through the cracks. Mm-hmm. Or if it's 5 girls and 1 boy, it makes it easy for somebody to fall through the cracks. It doesn't mean it's going to happen. It just makes it a little easier for it to happen. And I just think that period, if it's multiple children in a household and one child is not getting the same as the other. And it's not to say there may be one child who needs more than the other, because you can have 22 children and all of them have different personalities and have different needs. There could be one in the bunch who needs a little bit more care than the others for whatever reason. It could be medical, it could be mental, it could be whatever it is that child needs a little more than the rest. But if it's equally spent and there's one child whose bank is short for no reason, just because there's favor towards that specific gender and it's more of that gender in the household, the ones who are slighted have an easier chance of falling through the cracks because there's going to be something that's missing. There's no balance. And that could be problematic as well. Even though these are 2 functioning adults, 2 functioning parents, and they're doing all the things right. But if that child is lacking something that the other ones are getting and they're getting it equally, not that it's 3 getting more than the rest, but the other ones are getting it equally and this one is not, it could be a problem. Now, and I think that's what people come up with the middle child syndrome thing, because they feel like the older child has gotten this much and then the younger child is getting this much and the middle is getting no attention. And I think that's where that whole concept comes from. And you see that sometimes in families. I have cousins right now where it's 3 girls and 1 boy, and the mother put a lot more emphasis on the son in her head. And I do think she favored him more because he was a boy versus the girl. And now the dynamics are, it's just not a good situation because the girl's still slighted. And when they're angry, they say, well, you know who her favorite is. She wouldn't have helped her favorite, but she wouldn't help me. She did such and such for her favorite. They all say that, and they don't even realize that they say this because they feel like it. Mm-hmm. And they saw their mother put more emphasis on the boy than them. And I just think it's because in her head, the mom, without saying it, she was more in tune to the boy than the girls. She treated him differently, and she seemed to cater to him more. I think she was more of a boy mom, even though she had 3 girls.
Okay.
And it showed.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an interesting dynamic when you have a majority of one gender of children, but it seems like you favor the other. But I guess the question that we have to ask is, can you favor the opposite gender and still be attentive enough to the same gender as a parent and everybody feel like they got what they needed?
I think it's possible, but I think it would take a concentrated effort. I think you would have to understand or recognize that this is how you are presenting yourself, if that makes sense. Like, this mother, if you said that to her now, she would not, and it's been said to her, she doesn't see where she favored the son over the girl. She doesn't recognize that she was doing that. But I think if at some point someone had told her that maybe when they were younger and she really understood it, then she could micromanage how she responded a little better. But because she didn't know, and the average person would recognize, I don't think anyone, especially older adults, that them 70s parents, I don't think they ever have used those kind of terms, so they wouldn't even understand it or recognize it to have done something different. But now, these new people on the planet, they may recognize it a little more.
You have a call from.
Respond to it and know how to actively be present for both genders if it's multiples in the household. But I think like our generation and maybe the ones right below us, it failed us. It's already over our heads. But the newer ones may have a better understanding and know how to address it. So yeah, I think it's possible, but that person has to recognize that. And that's not an easy something to recognize when you're the culprit. So.
Okay, cool. All right. All right, we out.
I apologize. I know we are. I just want to apologize for having to leave the chat. Had to talk to my one of my sons about a situation he's going through. My middle son.
Oh no. It's cool. It's cool.
My apology. I didn't get an opportunity to yell and scream at son and curse comes out. So.
All right. Well, thanks for coming back. We out.
I want to say something, both of y'all. I know we out. I appreciate both of y'all so much. You always in my family, and right now, Kim's your mother, my sister. So I really got a deep appreciation and love for both of y'all and everybody in the live stream. So anything that I can do to be there for any one of y'all within my means, I'm there for y'all, as well as certain people in the chat, especially the day ones, Sunday ones. That's now my day ones as well. So God bless, and I love all y'all in the chat and everything.
All right, man. I'll holler at y'all later. Y'all have a great afternoon. Thanks for calling in.
If you don't let me get like that, I swear I'm a flat inside you.
All right, peace.
Well, let me add mine real quick. Everybody, please stay safe. I know we got storms going around the country in specific areas, so everybody, please stay safe. And I'm saying it because it's dark in my way now. So I know it's coming through. I think it's coming your way, son. I'm not sure, but I heard it's supposed to be headed from our way to the East Coast. So you guys be safe, everybody. I know it's flooding everywhere. It's getting bad. So everybody, please stay safe.
All right, cool. Listen, I appreciate y'all calling in as usual. We will be back tomorrow, 1:30 p.m. So I holler at y'all then. Y'all, and just like you said, be safe, be good to each other, and I holler at y'all later.
All right. Peace, everybody.
All right.
Thanks, Troy.
All right. All right. Let's see. Go to the poll question. The poll question was, were you raised by a girl dad or a boy mom? 21% said yes, girl dad. 29% yes, boy mom. 43% said never really thought about it. And 7% says there is no such thing as either. Cool. All right. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious July 18th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and make them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They get number one out the box. Let me see. My people, Ingrid Del Carmen Fior. And also Jimmy Davis, my brother Jimmy Davis. He used to run a record store that I used to buy from all the time. Black business. And also Miranda C. And April Nikki Wilford, Sharon, Darren Stubblefield, Nikki Heron, or should I say Heron, and last but not least, Vic Michael Robinson Rogers. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all a good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious July 18th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, the rock out. Rock on and do the damn rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And remember, girl dads, girl moms. Girl dads, boy moms. I knew that when I did this topic that there was going to be some confusion because I said it was a deep topic, and it is. We may learn more about this topic later on than we did today. But just like somebody said in the chat, we may have to revisit this situation because, like I said, we're talking about parenting here. And when we're talking about parenting, we're talking about children. And when we're talking about parents and children, then we're talking about communities. And when we're talking about communities, then we're talking about the world that we live in. And the way that we shape the world that we live in, we actually have an opportunity, or we have multiple opportunities to be active in molding, shaping, taking that ball of clay and making it look the way that we want it to look. And we also have to sometimes, put a motor in that thing so it not only looks the way that we want it to look, but it also moves the way that we need it to move, or runs the way we want it to run. So with that being said, man, I want to thank everybody for coming on through. Excuse me. And I hope y'all enjoy listening to the show as much as I enjoy broadcasting it. Y'all know what it is. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. Have a great day. Treat each other very well. And I will see y'all tomorrow, 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace. Salute. Oh, man. All right.